Hi, Chandrasekhar. How are you?
Fine, sir.
So
How are
can
you?
you?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
good too. Thank you. Thank you. So can you tell us something about yourself?
Okay. Thank you for this opportunity. This is Chandrasekhar. I am from Hyderabad. First of all, I started my career in last 7.5 years only. I done my MCA in 2011 pass out. After four and a half years gap, I started IIT career. First company is Durgabai Deshmukh Hospital. It is a IT executive role in this up to ASP.NET and SQL related or support related activities. Then I converted to HDB Finance Services. In this, I started my career in application developer role, and first of all, doing on the ASP.NET and SQL related support activities is there, and existing old projects is there, and the projects I will modify something on that. Then bit coding on that, I converted to automation testing on that. Last 4 years doing automation testing on that. In this, doing manual and automation both is there on that. I'm handling majorly three projects is there. My last project is branch interface BPRG. It is a Selenium with Java language using on that, and SNG framework using on this. And my previous project is branch interface gold loan operations. It is a Selenium with C# project in this N-unit framework using on this. And my previous project offline payment portal. Basically, in this GB Finance is a product related. It is a branch and the cups is doing on that. Actually, branch people and cups people communicate on this through applications only. In these applications, we will development team developed on that. We will cross check and what the functionalities is properly working or not. We cross check on this. Uh, my day-to-day activities are early morning. I check the mails. What the existing test cases, what the development team reported on that. Based on the checking on that mails, I close that mails. Then I will start my regular work. Based on the test scenarios, we will create any test cases. We generate the test cases. Otherwise, any new test cases created on that, we can create the new test cases on that. And test execution starting on that. I will, if any bugs identified on that, I inform the development team. Once development is reverted on that, I will cross check on the functionality. It is working fine or not. Then it is a regression related part on that. I will cross check the regression test also on that. Then close the issue. Going to the next step, next test cases or test scenarios related on that. And weekly scrum meeting is weekly report to my submit to my manager. Was done the requirement if any test scenarios is required or any test cases required on that, he will guide on that. This is my day-to-day activity.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Great. Great. So can you tell me about the automation framework in which you are working?
Now, actually, my last project test engine using on that. It is a test engine framework using in this project.
Mm-hmm.
Test engine framework is done that we can create the test scenarios and test cases on that.
Sorry, what was the framework that you mentioned?
Test engine related.
Test engine
Test
related.
engine frame. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Fine. Okay. Now, can you tell me how would you set automatic build trigger between Jenkins and your code base?
Actually, my manager handling on the
Mhm.
Jenkins related part on that. Well, based on the scenarios, we can create the test cases and execute the test cases. That build provide to the one of the UAT server is there.
Mm,
That will provide on that server.
mm,
My manager configure on the continuous integration related part on that. Basic knowledge related to Jenkins on that. We knowledge on that outside learning on that Jenkins related.
mm,
In this, basically, what you mentioned, what the project is there, we schedule the project. and on the project, what time will be executed, and what the task will be executed on the mention on the entire script to the scripts, and uh, the entire project to mention the time slot related on that, then will be automatically executed on the Jenkins server. If any issues executing on that process, mails coming to the manager, as well as if any mention the mails, that mails go to the report server. Report.
Hmm. Okay, see, I'll tell you about the answer if you get this question. How would you set automatic build trigger? Hmm. So if you get this question in a real-time interview, how would you set the build trigger between Jenkins and your code base? So first of all, the prerequisite that you have to take care is your Jenkins should be installed. So Jenkins is an open source tool that you need to install. Then you should have one source code repository. Definitely for automation testing, you will be using one of the version control tool wherein you will be placing all your source code like GitHub, Bitbucket, GitLab, or any other version control system. Now, these are the steps to set up automatic build trigger. So one is you'll be installing necessary plugins. So within the plugins you have for GitHub, you have for GitLab, you have for Bitbucket, you can set up these plugins. Then you can create a new Jenkins job. So you can open the Jenkins dashboard. You can click on new item and whichever project, either it's a freestyle project or it's a pipeline option that you can configure. Then you'll be configuring your source code repository. You'll be entering the repository type, the repository URL, and credentials, which you can use for authentication for that particular source code repository. Then you'll be setting up the webhook. So what you'll do is you'll find the in the settings page itself, you'll find the webhook section. Then you'll get a payload URL option. So over there you have to enter.
Okay.
Then once this configuration of Jenkins jobs is done, then you can also create the jobs for running the different suites. For example, when you want to run smoke test automation, when you want to run um, regression test automation. So those all things you can do via Jenkins itself. Okay. So that's how you can answer if this kind of question is asked to you in a real-time interview.
Okay. If
Okay.
you don't mind that document, share to me.
Sorry.
That document, if you don't mind, share to me for
Yeah.
the.
Okay. You need that document.
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay. I'll share in the link with you. Okay.
Okay,
You
okay.
have
Thank you.
sent your CV, no? So I'll share it in the link with you soon
Yeah, okay.
after this interview. Okay. Mm, ah. So, in your resume, you have mentioned that you are doing automation using Selenium and okay, Jira is a tool. Okay. So, is where and how do you use Jira?
It is a bug related task we'll be doing on that. We using Jira on the part on that. Actually, entire project will be configured divided through Jira applications only. If it
Mhm.
is a development team doing what the task on that, we will mark to the this is the testing related on that. Under situations, we cross check one received mail for through internal mail. Then I will check on that path. It is available the existing build or not. Once again, check on that it is working fine or not. Then it is working fine. I close the issue on through Jira. The testing done for this particular process on that.
Mhm. Okay. What is the difference between Cucumber BDD framework and the hybrid framework?
Actually, Cucumber BDD, it is a hybrid framework means it is a combination of data driven or test
Mm-hmm.
ng.
Mm-hmm.
And Cucumber, it is a behavioral data driven test is related on that. It is a user friendly language or like a Gherkin language used in these scenarios. like like business as business analyst also doing what functionalities checking on the switch scenarios, we cross check on the functionality, easily understand the cucumber framework.
Hmm.
And but tested hybrid framework, he not understand what the test cases will be executed on that. Cucumber is using for what the test cases and what the process will keep follow on that. He will Cucumber is very too easy understanding on that. I
Okay.
think this is the major difference on that.
Okay.
And
Wait. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Please go ahead. Please go ahead.
Cucumber nowadays most of that Cucumber using very frequently on that,
Hmm.
because of business analyst also and the customer what the project requirement customer like project who provide the customer that customer also check on that what scenario he cross check on that what the test will be executed on that. Customer also easy to understand the Cucumber framework. In the, if it is any required functionalities, for example, payment page he required on that situation. So how to write the test cases in this payment page related on that. If
Hmm.
it is he will cross check on the situation. If it is any required necessities on that, he will confirm to business analyst. Then business analyst confirm to the testing related testing team on that. Is user friendly to the from our end and the customer end also.
Which framework?
Cucumber framework.
Cucumber framework. Okay, fine. And which language do you use in Cucumber framework?
Gherkin language using on that. It is
Gherkin
a
language.
easy to normal English format only.
Hmm. Okay. What other differences do you feel there are between the hybrid and the BDD framework?
Just, so I don't know exactly.
Hmm. Okay, no worries, no worries. So this is a mock interview. Even
Mm,
if you're not able to answer any of the question, then I'll be answering on your behalf,
mm.
right? So let me share my screen. What is the difference between the hybrid and the BDD framework? Hmm. So the few of the differences. So first, we'll go with the approach. So what is the approach in Cucumber BDD framework? It focuses on BDD. It uses plain language to define the test cases in the form of we have this given, when, then. And as you were mentioning, it's the correct framework in which there is a collaboration happening between the technical and the non-technical people. Hybrid framework, it focuses on integrating multiple testing approaches. You will have data driven, you will have multiple things in a hybrid framework.
Understandable.
It's a combination of multiple frameworks. With respect to language, so BDD framework is using Jerkin language for writing test scenarios. It does uses Java, Python in the step definition files. A hybrid framework, it uses again various programming languages and frameworks, but you can see the components wise, the feature file is there in the BDD framework, the test runner file is there, the step definition is there. So those kind of components are there, whereas in hybrid framework you just have code there. So in a BDD framework altogether there is a separate wrapper which you will have to keep for the understanding of the non-technical people, which is not there in the hybrid framework. With respect to test cases, so test cases are written in a structured, readable format in the form of given, when, then, aimed. So you'll get a lot of clarity, a lot of understanding. Non-technical people like subject matter experts, business analysts, stakeholders, those people would be able to understand these framework. Hybrid framework, it's a combination of multiple things, keyword driven, data driven, all those things. Stakeholder involvement. So uh, in the BDD Cucumber framework, the stakeholders also involve actively with a lot of enthusiasm, and they will create the scenarios, they'll create the keywords as per their own test validations requirements. Whereas in hybrid framework, they focus on the technical flexibility and might not involve business stakeholders at that much extent. right? So these are the differences that you should highlight if you get this question in a real-time
Okay.
interview. Now, what do you know about API automation?
We don't know API related.
Okay, no worries.
Basic knowledge, like
Mhm.
what the errors will be coming on that, like
Mhm.
200, 201, what is the basic knowledge is there, but
Mhm.
not using on that real time.
Okay, okay, no worries. So, let me ask you one.
Mention the resume. It is knowledge about API and REST API. It is okay for that, or
Hmm.
remove that points.
Yeah, yeah. So if you are comfortable in answering the questions, then you can include those things in your CV. If you are not comfortable, then you can remove those particular things.
Actually, resume shortlisted. Some of the keywords related he
Hmm.
shortlisted on that.
Right.
On the scenario, we include
Hmm.
the API knowledge is there.
Okay, okay, no worries. See, now I'm asking you one scenario-based question related to test automation. So you have to write the code for fetching all the links. And so there is a web page, and in that you have a link with the name click here. So you have to write the code in Selenium with Java for fetching all the links first and clicking on the link with the name click here. Then what you need to do is then you need to navigate to the new tab. And again, you will click on the link inside the new tab and the link name is click here too. Then you have to close the new tab. This tab means new tab, click here too, and switch to the parent present browser tab, right? Are you able to understand the question? There are two links which you have to click,
Okay.
click here and click here too. So first of all, you have to fetch all the links and click on the link with the name click here. Then you have to navigate to the new tab and then click on the link inside the new tab. Okay.
Okay.
And perform click on click here too. Then close this tab and switch to the present browser tab. So this is the question. This is the scenario based question that you have to work. So can you write a program? Let me share in the chat box this question to you. So can you write a program in Selenium with Java? How will you automate this kind of scenario? What approach will you take and what automation will you do? Can you share your screen? Maybe Notepad++, that would be fine. You got the question, right?
Yeah, I got that.
Great, great.
Screen sharing it is not.
Sorry,
Screen sharing it is not accurate.
screen sharing is not there. Okay, wait. Yeah, now you would be able to share your screen.
Application. Yes.
Yeah, are you able to share your screen? It is loading. Yeah. Now, can you open any of the notepad file and we can start writing the approach, the code for the same.
Based on the page link, you fetch the details like anchor tag using on this for fetch the all the details, all the link thing.
Yeah, yeah. Can you maximize this notepad, please? And then you can start writing. Yeah, yeah. You have to fetch all the links and click on the first link.
Only click here. First of all, fetch the links, all the links.
Correct, correct. So all the links you have to get. So you can write the logic, the approach.
Yeah.
Hmm.
For this syntax, we all the links will anchor tag related with our store the
Mm-hmm.
list.
Correct,
Store
correct. Yes.
based on that.
You can take a tag name.
Test. Then I will using get test command mention the click here on that.
Mm-hmm.
Then automatic.
Yes, yes. Then
Then click on that link first of all.
correct, correct.
Uh, this is the first point related.
Okay. Then what else will you do?
And the click on the same scenario of web element with it's the web element related click here too.
Mm-hmm.
Using X path related. If it is click on that, and in project get window handle related, I think not exact, you know, get window handle mention the name of the first window name or index ID on that first window related on that.
Okay. Then okay. So can you write that code? Can you write that logic?
For this time, not on not fetch and logical.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you're not able to recall?
Yeah, yeah, not able
Okay,
to write
okay.
that.
No problem, no problem. Mm,
I think this for this scenario, it is most
mm-hmm,
of it is correct. I think this is the process on that.
mm-hmm. Wait, I'll
Once,
I'll showcase you
you know,
the approach for this program, so you'll get an idea. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let me launch the Java compiler in that. Let me showcase you. Okay, so I am sharing my screen. Your screen sharing will be stopped. Hmm. So whenever you get these kind of question,
okay,
you will have to open Java compiler, and these are simple import statements. Even if you don't write them as of now, that's fine. But you should be able to write the logic.
okay.
So what we are doing here is, let's take a simple example of a Chrome driver. We are navigating to that particular web page. So any URL you can take.
Okay.
Then we are getting all the links on the web page. So it's a list web element, right?
Okay.
So you would be taking all those particular elements by dot tag name A.
Okay.
Okay. And then you'll be going for a for loop. You want to traverse through all the links that are present there. If the link contains the click here, so if the link name is click here, so again, you'll be using equal ignore case of the string here. So
Oh,
if it contains then and then only you have to click. Otherwise, you have
okay.
to stop iteration. And once it is clicked, then you have to break. You have to come out of it.
Okay.
In this particular question, they are more interested how you are using this window handles. So
Yes.
now what you are doing is you are getting the handles of all the open windows or tabs. So again,
Oh,
you will use a set string there, window handles equal to driver dot get window handles. You'll switch to the new tab. Okay,
okay.
once you are switching on that, then you'll find and you'll click on the link with the name click here too.
Okay.
Then click here too dot click, then driver dot close. Okay,
Okay.
and that's how your entire program would be coming. And then again, driver dot switch to dot window where you were originally there, and you will continue with the operations on the original tab, and then you'll close the web driver. So simple logic. Two to three things we have used: for loop, if conditions, window handles, and this particular method, equal ignore case, we have used.
Equally.
Hmm?
Okay.
Those
Okay.
things you have to take care. Okay,
Okay.
great. Now let's go with the next question. Okay. Mm, okay, what are flaky tests in test automation, and how would you deal with them?
Let me just-
Flaky test. Yeah, what are flaky tests in test automation, and how would you deal with them?
I don't know, sir. I don't know, sir. Exactly.
Okay, okay, no problem, no problem. So let me tell you the answer for the flaky test. Mm, okay. Now this can also come as an interview question to you, like what are the different challenges that you will have in your automation program or in your automation project, and how do you deal with those challenges with respect to, again, this flaky test you can tell. So one of the common challenge that you will see in your automation is about the flaky test itself.
Okay.
So let me tell you about that flaky test as well. And see, these are all the questions that you can be asked in the test automation interview, in the automation testing interview itself. So let me share my screen. Hmm. So what are flaky tests? So intermittent test failures, which are leading to some, you know, not reliable test results, which you say. So let's say you are triggering your automated test on Monday, it worked fine. On Tuesday, it ran, but on Wednesday, it got failed. Then again on Thursday, the same script is running. On Friday, it got failed. Next week, Monday itself, it got failed. So these are intermittent failures. At sometimes the failures are coming, at sometimes the failures are not coming. So what these are called? These are called as flaky test. Now, how would you deal with those flaky tests? So you have to go for the root cause analysis. You have to analyze the failure patterns. What is the failure pattern? Is it happening on some particular time period? Is it happening on some particular day? Is it happening with respect to some particular module? Is it happening with respect to some particular functionality? So you have to identify all these things. You will analyze these patterns. What are the common causes of the failures? And then you'll deal with them. One more thing that you can do is you can go for a retry mechanism. If maybe at times one time the test is not able to run, the second time if it try to clicks, then it might click. So those kind of things you can do. You can improve the stability by incorporating the uh, dynamic weights, the soft delays, that is You can go for explicit wait, implicit wait kind of things, fluent wait kind of things, right?
Yes.
You can go for parallel. You can also see if the tests are running fine in single execution or in parallel execution they are having. You can also go for logging mechanisms. With the logs, you'll come to know, okay, at this particular point it is failing, and then maybe the upcoming test scripts are failing. So there is a dependency. You have to identify those kind of things. Or is there an issue with the environment itself,
Yes.
right? So all those things you have to see.
I think third-party servers using on the application, most of that is happening.
Sorry, the third part you are telling?
Actually, in our organization, LYC is the third-party server. It is a UAT related there.
Mm,
In our application, runs one server, and some situations data fetch from the third-party server. Like LYS, LMS is the our applications using the third-party related servers.
correct, correct.
Based on that UAT, LYS data will be fetched from the UAT, LYS UAT servers only.
Mm-hmm.
But our applications run on the another server. Once UAT server is only properly working on that situation, we will be data fetch from that server to include it to our servers.
Okay, so
Uh,
fetching of data,
yeah, yeah,
you are
fetching
telling
of the
might be one
data.
of the reason. Okay, fine.
That also including flaky testing on these points.
Okay, correct. Okay, now tell me, what are the different challenges that you are facing while doing test automation?
Majorly, we are using third-party servers like LYS LMS is the service is there,
Mm,
but our application works on the main server like application server or not the server is there. For UAT related cross testing on that, so all the application user related details store the main LYS server like UAT LYS server.
mm,
Sometimes UAT fail means down on that situation. Otherwise, for UAT related based on the LYS number, details not fetched properly or not.
mm,
In
mm,
this, for example, one LYS number is 1234. We are using the functionality like 1234. Based on the 1234, username is not getting properly, and the account details not getting properly, and payment mode is not getting properly. This is
mm,
the majorly facing the issues on that
mm,
myself. On that situation, so we inform to LYS CVT team and conflict what you required on the situations like for example 1234 customer number whatever it may be, and
mm,
account details like payment mode like Nifty, RTGS, whatever maybe. On that situation, so it will be happening on that. Mentioned that main points that inform to the UAT team. UAT team configure what you require on that scenario. He will configure the details on that. Mostly, these are the basic issues on that. My side, our projects only.
okay, okay, fine. Okay, Chandrasekhar, I am done with the interview. Do you have any questions for me?
In your organization, what your projects, it is existing projects or new development projects you are using?
Sorry, in our automation?
In our organization,
Hmm.
what projects handling on my side? Like it is existing projects or new projects? If it is joined to your organization,
Okay,
uh,
with respect to my organization, you're asking.
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah. So there are multiple projects that we have. So generally we have this new projects coming. We have older projects. So there are a lot of things, and automation frameworks are already created that you can reuse.
If it any new things learn my side to join your organization,
Any new things.
like API testing, it is basic
Yeah,
knowledge is
yeah.
there.
So see, with respect to your current today's mock interview, you should learn about API automation using REST
Yeah,
issue. That would help you out a lot in getting more and more calls, right?
okay.
And with respect to your this automation testing, you should focus on scenario-based questions that I gave you today,
Yes,
and
yes.
about this DevOps tools, Jenkins, then this flaky test. All these things will be asked to you,
Okay.
right? Okay, then. Thank you so much, Chandrasekhar. It was nice talking to you and wish you all the best for your career.
Sir, material if it is provided.
Thank you. Yeah, so I'll share that link. It's a digital product. It
Okay.
is the interview questions and answers that you will get there. So I'll share that in the link itself.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.